It's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be an update video. How am I doing after 2 months off of blood pressure meds? What have you been asking? I've been kind of waiting to answer anybody to make sure I had enough time to know more details. Well, 2 months, we know more details. We know a lot more details. If you have been watching along the videos, about a little less than 2 months ago, I made a video how I got off blood pressure meds. And so it's been just about 2 months at today. A lot of people watched that video. About 160,000 people watched that video. And by looking at the comments in that video, a lot of people followed my instructions. At that point in time, I was taking a standard fish oil. We've graduated now to krill oil. Link in the description if you want to buy it. And krill oil is just like a cleaner fish oil, essentially. It's still fish oil, obviously, but it's a cleaner version, less crap added to it, less preservatives. It's $20-ish a bottle. It'll last you about 2 months, and it seems to have 0 side effects. I followed a research write-up and over a study they'd done from Mayo Clinic website. And they had extremely good results with people using fish oil for high blood pressure and cholesterol. A lot of people don't know that. It's also good for your vision. It is generally good for your body. And I feel like doctors back in the day would prescribe that a lot more generally to patients, and they kind of stopped doing that. Probably a lot of that was the quality of fish oil that was available at that point in time was not great, and it was giving people side effects. And you have to watch out what kind you buy today. If you go to the store, certain kinds will not be good on your stomach. They'll cause all kinds of issues. When I take the krill oil, I always eat it, around mealtime, with a meal or after. I'm trying probably after, and it seems to have no side effects. I'm taking 3 in the morning. I don't take 3 in the evening always, and somebody pointed out those are 500 milligrams per pill. So I've been taking about 1,500 milligrams up to 3,000 a day. But as a standard day, 1,500. My blood pressure before was radically high. I went through 6 different doctors since 2018, 14 or 16 different medications, blood pressure medications. Those medications, if they would work, which most of them did not, it worked for maybe a few days or a week. And then here come the side effects, and the medication will usually stop working. Would any of it work? Well, no. It was not work well. It would kind of lower your blood pressure a little bit. Then you start in with your legs swelling up. You couldn't be in the sun. I fully blame that for my skin cancer issue. I had skin cancer on my arm and on my head. The basal cell had to get cut out. And every time you go in the sun, even for 5 minutes, you just get burnt to a crisp. Now I go out and do stuff outside. I can mow the lawn. I don't get burnt at all. Did that excel a skin cancer situation? Probably so. More than likely it did. There's no studies on any of that. It says on the side effects, do not get out in the sun. Well, okay. Do not eat potassium. Do not do this. Do not do that. And it's bizarre. A lot of those will make you feel very lethargic. I fully think if I didn't stop taking that stuff, the last couple I was on, if I would have kept taking those, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I'd be 6 foot under. I'll be the first to say it. I'm not joking. Those are not good medicines. I understand maybe they help some people out. Those people are very few and far between. If you have an atrocious diet and you're eating huge amounts of salt and fast food, those will probably help you. It'll make you pee enough to where you pee a bunch of it out, and it'll level you a little bit. If you're like me, I don't eat a lot of garbage. I don't eat a lot of real salty stuff. I've been diet conscious for quite a time now and still battled that. Before I started taking medicine, my blood pressure would run on average on top 165 to 175, and on the bottom 110 to 126 on the bottom. That's how extreme it was. And the whole situation is you want to get blood pressure down at what cost? At what cost is what you're taking more dangerous than high blood pressure? At that cost, at the blood pressure meds, all of them. You can sit there and take that crap, and it's like you took a whole handful of Benadryl. And you may not notice it at first. A lot of people say, "Oh, I take lisinopril, I have no problem." Stop taking that a couple days. It's like you're born again. You forgot how good life was and how dimmed down life was before you started taking that. It sneaks up on you, all right? Some you can tell the first day you take it. Some it might take months or a year to get the side effects, but they will come. And when it starts not working for you, which it will stop working for you sooner than later, the doctor tries to give you more. My experience taking that many blood pressure medications, if you try to take more, the only thing you're turning up at that point in time is the side effects. There's no more benefits taking any more of that medication, only more side effects. You know, a few of those last ones I was taking, I can't remember the name of it. Was it Novec or Nova, some crap or some liquid death, pill death, that's what it was. It'd make you feel so out of it and sick. There is no way you could take that crap and live a normal life. There is no way. Since then, I wrote a list of mine reading off the damn thing. That's where we're at with this, right? Let me just go down the list, or I'll get off track. Just talking, I'm not reading off anything up to this point. This is like the situation, right? The next on the list is tell you how your doctors react to me. Tell them about this. I told my doctor is a great lady, an absolute great lady. When I told her about this last time I went in there, it's been almost 2 months now. Right after I started taking this, I talked to her about it. And she had no knowledge of the Mayo Clinic research. I've also been to a cardiologist with somebody else in the room at a visit with somebody else, not for me, and was talking to them about it. They don't know about this. They don't care about this. They don't want to hear about this at all. And that should be a red flag right there. Okay, why is this not talked about? And the cardiologist's exact words were all official. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there on that. And I said, I'm going to tell you something, dude. They don't like when you talk to them like that. I'm going to tell you something right now. You need to go home tonight. If there's one thing you do in your life, go to Mayo Clinic website and read that write-up and read the research they just did in late 2022 about this. He had no knowledge of this at all, and he's a cardiologist. You know, and another problem going on a rager here. Another problem is when you go to the doctor to check your blood pressure, they don't check it correctly. 99% of them do not check it correctly. Even the cardiologist does not check it correctly. They're in a business. That business is to make money. You walk in your doctor's office, you sit down on usually a bench, not a chair, on just a bench. If it is a chair, you're lucky. Your arms flop down by your side. As soon as you walk in, they slap the cuff on you and take it. Oh, your blood pressure's high. That's not how you take it, Junior. This should be nurse and doctor 101, and it is not. It is not. The correct way to check it, we made a video on this before, is you have to actually calm down. You cannot just walk, sit down, and take it. Calm down. Your arm, the cuff, is supposed to be level with your heart. Period. Not like this. Not like that. Not like that. This isn't really even high enough. Even this table in my kitchen. It needs to be kind of like right here. I mean, that's the perfect ratio. Arm, palm up, feet flat on the floor. I tell everybody eyes closed. If you're like me and your eyes are open and you're looking and thinking about stuff, you're not gonna be able to relax right. It's gonna be high. Eyes closed. Sit there for a few minutes. If you drink a bunch of caffeine before you went in there, it's not gonna work out right. Check your blood pressure. If you sit there 5 minutes, it'll be a little elevated. Shut that machine off, take it again. It'll be lower. Sit there a little longer, take it again, it'll be lower yet. I'll put a link in the description to the cuff I use. I've been through many different blood pressure cuffs. A lot of them are not accurate. Anything on your wrist is not accurate. There's only certain arm ones that are accurate. I feel like you need to have a battery one, not a plug-in machine, so you get to a comfortable point in your house, which may not have access to a plug-in, and sit correctly in a chair or a table and take it. My experience is, do not lean up like this. You want to be not even straight up and down, just slightly reclined, and you'll be alarmed of your pressure readings. What is your blood pressure reading supposed to be when you're exerting yourself? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. If they tell you you know, they're fooling you full of BS. They don't know. If you're standing up and not relaxed and you check your blood pressure, what is it supposed to be? They don't know. They only know if you can sit down and relax at the most relaxed state, you're supposed to take it. If it's normal, then they say, okay, you're good. Doesn't matter if you're exerted and it's high. I don't know. It's supposed to be up to a certain point. There's no research, no information on any of that right now at all. As far as potassium, a lot of guys are asking about potassium. Potassium is a counter salt. Like you said, take Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder. I wouldn't do that. After reading the makeup list on that, don't do that at all. That has potassium citrate in it. They also prescribe you potassium citrate as one option to make you go to the bathroom. If you take a bunch of that in powder form, guess what? 1,000 milligrams of potassium citrate does not equal 1,000 milligrams of potassium, actual potassium. That's about 90 milligrams of potassium. To have any kind of magical breakthrough on enough potassium to lower your blood pressure, you need several thousand milligrams of actual potassium a day. You have to get that through actual food. Depends on which write-up you read on which foods. Widely varies on what has potassium and what don't, and how much it has in it. A lot of meat's supposed to have potassium. Other write-ups say they don't or have very little. That situation is unexplored. We'll try our best here to get to the bottom of that eventually. It's going to take some time to figure that out. Right now, the highest potassium vegetable you could possibly get, there's two of them. Fruit being watermelon, vegetable being acorn squash. Does anybody like to sit around and eat acorn squash? No. Can I eat it? Yes. Does anybody like that? It kind of tastes like mush to me. I mean, I don't know. You can season it up, put a bunch of unhealthy stuff on it, and it'll taste okay. That's the current situation. I don't know. We touched before on a past video on flour. The processed flour in the United States and other countries is almost worse than sugar. It's almost worse than salt. It's one of the worst things you possibly get. The problem is you can't really get around using it. That's the situation. Can you go on carnivore diet? Yes, you can. Will your blood pressure drop? Maybe. Will your cholesterol go up? Probably. For a while. There's a certain grace period in there that's going to spike through the roof. Does anybody want to eat just meat? Only. Nothing else? Not really. Does anybody want to eat vegetables only and nothing else? Not really. Does people want to eat a variation of everything? Yes, they do. The final closing thoughts here are, does the fish oil, the krill oil work? Abso-freaking-lutely it does. 3 days ago, today's Monday, Saturday, I told my girlfriend, I said, look, I'm not going to take any fish oil today. I want to see what's going to happen. Oh, Gramps here wants to see what's going to happen. You'll take the fish oil. I've not taken any in nearly 2 months at that point in time. So I didn't take any. Went about my day. Got home that evening. I checked my blood pressure. It was like 160. I should have brought the thing down here. 168 over, the hell was it? 103 or something wild. And I thought, okay. I didn't take any the rest of that day. Getting ready to go to bed. Got up the next morning, took it. Waited a couple hours, checked it again. 137 over 90. 137 over 90, a lot of you say, oh my God, it's so high. That's actually, for my body type, my situation, that's actually pretty decent. I'm perfectly happy with 137/90. I'm totally happy with that. Does the fish oil work? Hell yes, it does. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments in that first video I posted on this channel telling about the fish oil. People say it has helped them tremendously. It's been a game changer. A lot of people's gotten off or went down their dose on blood pressure medication. All that being said, I'm not a doctor. Please do not stop your blood pressure medication all at once. There is a sequence to get off of that. Look at your bottle, what you're taking. If your blood pressure is really good using the fish oil, look at that name of that bottle, type it in Google, type in lisinopril, how to get off lisinopril. It's going to give you a step-by-step guide. It's going to take you 2 to 3 weeks to get off of that. If you stop taking any blood pressure medicine immediately, you probably will not live to tell about it. Do not do that. You'll withdraw off that medicine and spike wildly out of control. Please do not do that. Trying to help people, not kill people. I don't have any money stake in this at all. This is, we get a couple bucks. I think I made $65 off fish oil by selling hundreds of them on Amazon associate links. I'll take my 65 bucks and put it back in the channel, right? That's the current situation. I have no money interest in this situation at all. We get paid a little bit through ads. That's not my primary income, doing health videos. I'm sorry, but it's not. When you go to a doctor, beware. That is their primary income. They are trying to make money off of you. Be very cautious. Not saying all doctors are bad. I'm not saying that at all. A lot of doctors are bad. A lot of doctors are good. You never know what you got until it's too late. If they don't want to listen to any reasoning, they don't want to listen to any new findings, go change doctors. That's more common than not. I'm going to warn you. Even if the doctor wants to help you with this kind of stuff, it's hard for them to help you. They don't have any means to help you. They cannot tell you to go home and buy Nathan's fish oil or krill oil off Amazon and take that. They're never going to say that. That's never going to be a thing. I'm due back at my doctor in August. I probably won't even mention it. Probably won't even mention this. It's just not worth the time to me to even mention it to the doctor. They don't like when you talk about that. I probably just, yeah, I'm taking your medicine. Yeah, whatever. You know, except I called the pharmacy and canceled it. So we'll see how that goes over. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.